Play it, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Ben Sorensen's Real Country Interviews, bringing you the stars of country.
It's Ben Sorensen here, and this is my Real Country, and one of the busiest girls in country music, BECCY COLE. How are you?
Oh, never better. Any better and I'd be up and about.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go. Now, you're actually in the studio now, because I know on Real Country I've been a little bit slack, because I normally ask with the video questions, where are you? But this is actually quite interesting. Where are you today?
I am in Rod McCormack's studio on the beautiful Central Coast. It is raining outside, but it's nice in here. He keeps the air kind of regulated, and it's beautiful. Nice. I think I've interrupted the recording of Paul Costa's album to do this with you.
Yes, and you've actually pinched his computer as well.
Is this Paul's computer, or I can
well, it's Paul's Skype account.
Is it? Oh. I think I've got one.
You know, when you reach the level of stardom of BECCY COLE, you don't need to know if you have your own Skype account or not.
That is hilarious. No, you've just caught me out as being an absolute technical imbecile.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. So what sort of phone do you have?
Have
you got the iPhone?
Is that what that is?
Oh.
I know, I just got a text from Catherine Britt. There you go.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Yes, it is an iPhone, so that's good. So you're being moved into the modern world, kicking and screaming.
Absolutely. Yes, I no longer have to pedal to communicate.
Yeah, far better. Now, if you were pedaling around this great country of ours, you wouldn't be able to do nearly as many dates as you have been. So you've been touring this fantastic new album. Here's one I prepared earlier.
That's one?
It is. Now, the other thing that I do really enjoy is your single, Shiny Things. You, just like me, are attracted to shiny things, and you do. So tell me about the song and the writing of the song and the experience behind it.
Well, I wrote Shiny Things with Lynn Botel. That's one of two songs on the album that I wrote with Lynn. She's amazing. She's a great writer and has her own album of new songs coming out early next year, so I'm very excited for Lynny. And she's also currently on tour with me, both as a member of my band and opening the show. And we've been friends since, I think it was 97. I was the first person to ever get her drunk, so it's quite an important friendship. And, I have that role in many people's lives, I think. But so we wrote this song, and I didn't actually feel very creative the day that we wrote Shiny Things. So I rang her in the morning and I said, look, don't really think I've got one in me. I don't want to waste your time. And she said, get your butt in the car and come up here. We're writing today. And so I'm sort of driving along and I'm tapping away on the steering wheel, and I got to her place, and it was like this urgency, this sort of creative urge. And any creative person will know what I'm talking about. It's sort of like you need to go to the bathroom or something. And so I ran to her house. She said, hello, and I said, no time, where's a pen? And I started scribbling on her whiteboard and Shiny Things, just a few lines from it. And the song, it's about the distractions of life. And I have always had them. And I suppose for me, writing a kind of personal song, but making light of it and putting my tongue in my cheek is what I tend to do. And it became an obvious first choice for a single.
Well, I think it's absolutely great. The video clip's pretty cool too.
Fun, so much fun.
And did you have a bit of a say in the theme of the video clip, or was that taken care of by the brilliant director that you had?
Duncan Toombs, who he's wonderfully played. He actually played all the guitar parts on Shiny Things and on all of the album. He invented all those parts on the album, and he's so multi-talented. He also directs so many film clips. I think at the moment he's got something like 4 in the top 10 or something like that at the CMC film clips. Might even be more by now, and I'm so proud to be one of those. And we've made a couple of clips now, but he has the best ideas, and the whole set that's in that Shiny Things clip, he actually built himself. And the background that was all painted was painted by the same woman who is such a close friend of mine, who did the illustration for the front cover of my album.
Wow.
And she also, there's another illustration throughout it, and she did all the graphic art as well. So she's very, very, very clever, Judy. And there's also a song about her on the record, so we're good buddies.
Wow. Well, that's impressive. And the other thing I forgot to mention is that this album was produced by Shane Nicholson.
Yes.
Now, he's a great fella.
He really is. He's a wonderful producer. And look, I absolutely loved the work he did as a producer on many other people's, especially Catherine Britt's last record. I just think that to me just proved that Shane is just ever changing, ever evolving as a producer. And it was these songs that I wanted to bring to Shane to do something completely different. And it's one of those things. It was a risk. It was also a risk using my road band on the record. Only a risk because it was away from the norm. I always knew that they'd do a good job of it, but it was, whether people were going to accept me for changing so much, or do I stick to the same old stuff? And I thought, no, I don't want to be stale. I do want to do it my way. And I wrote a big list of how I wanted this album to go, from the people I wanted on it, the producer, the artwork, as I mentioned, even the photography, and down to the point that I wanted to pay for it myself, because while I had offers from record companies to put up the money, I didn't want anybody to have any input. This is me being very, very stubborn, but I wanted to do it my way. And then I was so sure that the finished product was going to be good enough that the record company wanted to take it over, and I was very, very lucky. That again was a gamble, but I was lucky. It paid off.
You know what? The more you risk, the more you win.
That's true. And I guess again, as I've gotten older, you sort of realise those little tidbits in life. They are the things that kind of make things a little brighter and a little better. And you certainly like things a certain way as you get older.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm just a tiny bit your junior, and I like things a certain way too. But I think that's because I've got a personality flaw more than anything.
Who knows? We are who we are.
Who knows? You're right. The psychologist is still out on that one. Now, the other interesting thing is you're almost following Dolly around.
Adam Harvey's calling me a stalker.
Well, you know what? If you had people in the audience who were a bit didn't have their glasses on, I reckon you could almost be confused.
I tell you what, I cried through my first show. I'm in the middle of seeing her 7 times, and we're within the first 5 rows in the 7 shows, and
that's hardcore.
Front row a couple of times, and that's not because I'm had any help from any promoter or anything. That's me at 12 online getting the tickets, and
being a technophobe, that's a big thing.
Get me, and it was on the iPad too. So.
Wow.
I know. So, very, very exciting. And so Melbourne, Brisbane, lots of shows in Sydney, and, following Dolly around and just absolutely loving it. She's just gorgeous. She's amazing. She's the reason I do what I do, and she's never, ever disappointed me or let me down. And it excites me. I'm going to be so sad on that last show of the 7.
Well, then you'll have to fly over and check her Nashville shows.
I think so. I think it's I saw her as a kid, and that's when I knew that I wanted to do what I'm doing. And I got to go backstage, and there's this terrible photo of me and Dolly, me with a mullet. I'm 13 years old, and
the classy mullet is the Malay.
Oh, the Malay, yes.
The Malay. Yes. You would never have a mullet. You'd have a Malay.
Party at the back, business at the front.
Yeah, pretty much. Wow.
But she was amazing. She was so lovely to me, and but every single birthday candle to that point that I'd blown out was I want to meet Dolly Parton, and you couldn't tell me after that dreams don't come true, and she's the reason I've been so stubborn, because standing there next to Dolly Parton after blowing out those candles, I do believe in wishes. So there you go.
Don't you love it? I think that's absolutely brilliant, and it's also great to see that there's some people there, including yourself, that are so passionate about music that they do traipse around the country and check out these shows and do this sort of stuff. Because I think it's that sort of attitude that has built the country music industry in Australia.
I agree. I absolutely agree. And when I see people return to multiple shows of mine, and my first thing is...
Which we encourage.
We absolutely encourage. My first thought is, are you going to enjoy it for a second time? And then I think about, my seeing Dolly or Emmylou Harris twice last time she was here. Or, I am a fan of this music. And what I love about the camaraderie within the Australian country music industry is that, I just finished 94 dates with Adam Harvey and saw him for free every night and was just as entertained on the last night as I was on the first by his own spotlight during our show. And I love singing with him, and same with the Songbirds with the girls when I toured with Gina Jeffries and Sarah Stora, and I'm just a big fan, and looking forward to singing a duet with Catherine Britt and her show in Tamworth. And that's what I love about Tamworth too, getting to sing with all the other artists as well. It's fun.
Well, it's never boring.
Nah.
And I think, and you know what, just when you think things are too much the same, then people like yourself bring out these revolutionary new albums that showcase such a different side of you that we can learn about and fall in love with just as much as the other side that we know and love very, very well. It is a beautiful album. It's BECCY Cole's Songs and Pictures. You need to get your hands on it. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can find the link below, because it's the sort of thing that you need to click and download immediately. It is brilliant. It'll change your life. And I was going to say, I've actually got 2 copies of your album. And I was going to be cheeky and say, look, the disc is gone. It's sitting in my car. But that's the other album.
Oh, okay.
So, yes, I have 2 copies. That's how much I love this album. So you
I love it.
Need to get your hands on it.
Turn around and show everybody the not for sale sticker on the back of it.
No. Actually, no. This is my golden guitar copy, because it's got produced by Shane Nicholson at the bottom.
I love it.
Anyway, let's can the yakking and get to this brilliant clip. It's BECCY Cole's Shiny Things. Thank you so much for joining me, Becky.
Thank you, Ben. Thanks for your support. We appreciate it. All of us do.
Okay everyone, that's enough noise. Quieten down please. Okay, this morning we'll be doing some group reading. The first book we'll be reading is The Cheery Buggers by Fuba Duncan. Melody, can you please come up to the front and start chapter 1 for us? Okay everybody, quieten down.
Maybe 9 or 10, I guess. I only had a friend or 2. I was never teacher's pet. I'd be staring at the window at that old cyclone fence, watching the light dance, silvery sun trance. It's still what I do best. 'Cause all that glitters could be gold. I never believed what I was told. How am I supposed to see with mirror balls spinning around me? I might be dancing out of time, jumping from your song back to mine. Lord, forgive me of my sins. Oh, I do love shiny things. A girl in love, at least that's what I thought, I guess. I had a shiny brand new heart and my sweet grandmother's dress, and it could have been forever, like a diamond in that ring. But my heart didn't listen to what didn't glisten, and I wouldn't change a thing. 'Cause all that glitters could be gold. I never believed what I was told. How am I supposed to see with mirror balls spinning around me? I might be dancing out of time, jumping from your song back to mine. school. Everything's gonna be alright. Take a chance and play the fool and stand in your own spotlight. And it won't take forever till it's your song to sing. Keep turning your head and never regret love and shiny things. 'Cause all that glitters could be gold. I never believed what I was told. How am I supposed to see with mirror balls spinning around me? I might be dancing out of time, jumping from your song back to mine. Lord, forgive me of my sins. Oh, I do love shiny things. Love and shiny things.
Quiet now, everybody, please. Miss Sturzel, are you okay back there?
Another Ben Sorensen Real Country interview. Hear this interview and many more at www.realcountrymix.com.